In today's rapidly evolving landscape, marketers are under immense pressure to deliver results, often with tighter budgets and more uncertainty than ever. It's crucial to be agile, responsive, and incredibly efficient. Lee Price and Monica Bowie are here with me, and we're going to learn how Agentforce can be a game changer for marketing teams navigating uncertain times. And so, it's Agentforce. It's data cloud. It's uncertain times. And so we're here to break it all down. So what is it about Agentforce that's empowering marketers to move beyond those predefined pathways, creating instantly adaptable customer experiences, especially when needs and market shift? So Lee, let's start with you.
Yes, so one of the really exciting announcements this week is journey decisioning. So all those wonderful journeys you built in Marketing Cloud Engagement, which goes to Marketing Cloud Next, you can automatically sync the most appropriate journey for them when they exit an existing journey. So if you've got quite a library built up, you can automatically have Agentforce build these great, super relevant one-to-one experiences for each customer. So it's a great way to scale personalization really quickly.
Yeah, and I think when we talk about Agentforce and being able to kind of combine some of the functionality with Marketing Cloud, it's that adaptability, having somebody look out for you whenever you are running different campaigns. And it's just like having somebody look over your shoulder and make sure that they've got you covered 24/7. So, all right, we work together a lot.
Yeah.
So, and the three of us know how moving fast is absolutely crucial, especially when markets shift.
Yeah.
You know, there's things we can control and there's things we can't control, and we have to adapt to those quickly. So, talking about Agentforce and how it enables marketing teams to shorten launch cycles, because we've experienced this, and then being able to get campaigns out in days instead of weeks. How are you handling this, Monica?
Yeah, so the days of getting campaigns out in weeks or months, it's just not sustainable anymore. We're moving way too fast, and we need something to help us with that. And so Agentforce is offering that in a couple of ways that we've already discussed. So we are streamlining the content creation, right? It's helping us create that faster. And the ability to have your content adapt, right? Adapt to the way that people are responding to your campaigns and continuously improve that is huge. But my very favorite one that everyone knows about is real-time personalization, right? I want it to speak to the way I shop, the way I engage.
Yep.
And so those are kind of three of the vital things that we're seeing that this is offering our customers today.
Yeah, and when we think about campaign creation, there's a lot of people that are involved, and oftentimes that initial reason we are creating that campaign is to react to something in market.
Yeah.
Whether that's competitive pressure, economic conditions, shifts in regulations. And so having to first keep track of all of those things, being able to then get creative and understand what it is that brief is. So having an agent help you write a brief.
Yeah.
Right? Think about how much time that has taken us in the past. So starting there, right? We talk all the time about how I love using different technologies and AI, especially because I don't like starting with a blank page. I think most of us are like that. Like, that's a lot of pressure. So starting with that brief and then doing an analysis and creating segments. And there's just so many efficiency gains. And I think that that's where it takes that down from months to weeks to days to now even hours, essentially.
Yeah. It makes you competitive, right? Get it out there faster. Performance better.
Absolutely. And you love some segmentation. We talked about that a little bit.
So especially if you're pivoting quickly, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have time to research the most appropriate segment, Agentforce can help you out. And one thing I'm consistently seeing with some of our customers as I talk to them, they're seeing these hidden gems of segments that never even occurred to them to go looking for. So Agentforce can surface these really high value segments that you may not even be targeting, as well as bringing them into these emerging situations. So it really is saving marketers quite a lot of time, but it's making it so much more valuable, trackable. You can prove the ROI quite easily. So it's very, very impactful if you're dealing with very uncertain.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny because we talk a lot about external use cases, but I think there's a lot of applicable internal use cases. Like, we focus on enablement
all
so
day.
much. and market conditions shift, that messaging shifts, and you have to be able to make sure that your internal teams are fully aware. So when you think about segmentation, it is just as important important to have the appropriate internal segmentation to deliver some of this too. So I think there's a lot of duality and great benefits to looking at it internally and externally. So let's talk about just every interaction with a customer is so critical. We have sat here for the last day and a half talking about the good ones we've experienced, the bad ones we've experienced, and the ones that are truly memorable. And so when we think about Agentforce, how is it helping convert customers at the highest possible rate? Lee, let's talk a little bit about how this happens.
Yeah, well, something we're seeing quite a lot at the moment is it's not uncommon for marketers to be pulling back on ad spend, for example. That makes acquiring customers just that extra bit more difficult. So what you do want to make sure you're doing is when you do attract those customers, they're converting at the highest rate possible.
Yeah.
So Monica, I love that you were saying we all want that great personalized experience. You can actually learn quite a lot about someone through their first few clicks, how long they're spending on a page, what they're reading, what their affinities are. So if you are pulling back on ad spend, it becomes all that more important to make sure personalization's really firing on all cylinders. And we're also seeing this with intelligence. We saw a great announcement, automatically pausing underperforming ad units. That's even more critical right now, and it's running 24/7. You go to bed, Agentforce is doing all the work all the time.
Yeah, and you know what? So we've talked a lot about the Agentforce capabilities within all of these different campaigns and segmentation, but I think too, putting that into Slack, for example, and being able to alert the marketing team that's working on these campaigns, like thinking about swarming around, a use case or a particular thing that's happening within the market, and then alerting, and then being able to collaborate, and then decide what are the changes that you want to make, and then going and deploying those incredibly fast. So there's just so many ways to integrate all of our bits of technology. So Monica, let's talk a little bit about service too, because I think service and marketing are so connected, hand in hand. So tell us a little bit about how Agentforce just helps marketers and their service teams connect better as well.
Yeah, so basically everything you're purchasing, right? Sometimes it needs to be serviced, sometimes it needs to be repaired, or maybe you just want to update your subscription or cancel your subscription for a period of time. And so the customer service side of that aspect is making sure that whatever asset is out there or whatever product or purchase that customer has made has the right attention given to the customer when they might want to make another purchase or they have an issue or a challenge. And so Agentforce is really helping navigate that a little bit more streamlined, and the easier things that are just easy to answer, like a knowledge article or help me find this, those are being taken care of by the agents. But when it is a little bit more complex, right? So I have a return because my size was wrong and I'm going to see Beyonce next week, and I need this rapidly sent to me, right? Those are the more important complex cases that we really want to take care of. And so the service agents are helping us do that, and just giving us the additional assistance that our service agents need to answer our customers' needs.
That's amazing, and because it's full circle, right? Like, marketing is doing everything it possibly can to generate these leads. Service is responsible for keeping customers happy, and then they come back to buy more. So if anything breaks down within that cycle, it's a challenge, essentially. So we're going to wrap up with one final question. So any final words of wisdom for remaining agile in uncertain times or preparing for the unknown? We've got about 40 seconds.
I'll say one that customers keep telling me, and they're saying just jump in and get started. You don't have to be an expert. We're all on this agentic journey together, and the more you use it, the better you'll get, and it's going to continuously adapt and get better with us.
Short and sweet, insights beat instinct every time. So investing in Data Cloud, building up that valuable customer data, it will help you get further every single time.
Lee, Monica, thank you so much. And thanks all. To learn more about Agentforce for marketers and to see a demo of Agentforce in action, scan the QR code on your screen or go to the link sforce.co/marketing tools.